think I've always kind of known that my brain works differently.
You said you were an expert and that you could evaluate John.
I am not exactly an expert yet.
Amy, I'm going to start with you. The trailer hints at a diagnosis for John, right? Obviously, you've spoken about how your husband, Chris, was diagnosed as an adult with autism spectrum disorder. Can you talk to me a little bit about how having the diagnosis for Beth and John maybe makes some things easier and other things harder in their relationship?
I can only speak from my perspective. It helped me understand more and not take some behavior so personally.
I just want you to be nice to me.
I'm so nice to you.
No, you're not. You get in these moods and any little feedback I give you, you feel so criticized.
And I think on the other side of that, there's such a stigma. There's a bravery in sharing a diagnosis with the world, but I think it must also feel sort of suffocating to be given the label and know that that's going to come with a lot of sort of people's feelings and judgments.
You want to leave me. Just leave me.
Oh my God, I didn't say that. I just want to feel safe in our home.
It's a lot to navigate, but we have heard from so many people that it's helped them, and that definitely makes it worth it.
And then, Michael, I'm wondering if you could speak to, we get into a lot of John's backstory in this season. Had you guys mapped all of that stuff out in season 1 and were like, we can't wait to dig into it in season 2? Or was it more like, what did you know and what didn't you know?
No, I mean, we didn't really ever talk about, the show beyond the first season. So yeah, it's just very emotional discovery for me, and I mean, I have like a lot of love for that character, and it just gets deeper with this season. All of those flashbacks of John's life as a young guy are like some of the most, for me, like hard-hitting emotional moments of the show. They really affect me. It's very, very beautiful, I think.
Did you see them as they were being shot, or did you see them?
No, I didn't see. I wasn't there when they were being shot, but you were.
I was, and and he met young Aiden. Just an incredible.
It's just so moving. Yeah.
Hold and exhale. It feels soon, like we're teen parents.
Well, this is what we call a geriatric pregnancy.
How so?
Amy, obviously the show is a deeply personal one for you. I remember watching you going through pregnancy and having such a rough time. And I'm wondering, reliving at that, was it like a little bit anytime like too soon? This is too much too soon.
We don't really dive into hyperemesis. Right. I just kind of wanted to include that because in case it was helpful for someone who's throwing up a lot to understand. Yeah. And there have been some recent studies and some stuff has come out. Yeah. If you're vomiting like crazy every day, it's not normal. You have hyperemesis gravidarum. And I didn't ever feel triggered or, too much. I think it's true what they say about, like, I'm so glad I made a documentary about my pregnancy because you do get that amnesia where you don't really remember it, which tricks you into doing it again.
Oh man.
But luckily I have a documentary. I couldn't forget.
If only all of us could have a documentary.
I know.
So that kind of thing.
Yeah.
What kind of work do you need done?
Ooh, I don't know. Just, I guess, a lot of work on my downstairs.
Stairs can be complicated. You have to make sure they're up to code.
Michael, John's very handy. Are you handy? Did you need to brush up on any skills?
I recently fixed my dishwasher. So
that's huge.
I think that speaks to.
You know how to do a lot of stuff.
Well, thank you.
Are you a New Yorker or an LA-er who fixed something on their own? That's like a badge of honor.
Well, I feel like a lot of people got into like doing stuff on their own during the pandemic because you just watch YouTube. You had endless time. You would deeply wash your kitchen sink.
I can fix it.
Yeah.
All you need is a pair of pliers.
I know. No, this is perfect.
But not now. I mean,
this is perfect.
But I do have a history of electrocution in my family.
Oh.
So I was a little paranoid about that. But you turn the breaker off, and you're all good. But just don't forget that very important step.
I'm going to burn some time here. I just need to know the briefest history of electrocution.
Yeah, well, my grandfather was electrocuted. Oh. Unfortunately.
By the state?
No.
Oh.
And his father was electrocuted. Which I found that out later. And I always knew my grandfather. This is like back in Italy, so there's not a lot of information. But when I visited Sicily, I saw my great grandfather's grave, and he had died of electrocution as well. So, my father was like an electrician. He worked for Xerox. He was a Xerox technician, but he's okay. but like
I feel like I should.
we're just trying to end
This is so
we're trying
insane.
to end the family
This is
electrocution
why
tradition.
interviewing comedians and comedic actors is always a rock. Because I'm like,
he's
why, he's
totally,
putting
no,
me
he's
on. Like,
totally
he's this-
serious.
I'm
He's totally
serious.
serious.
Yeah,
This is so insane.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's unfortunate that she's finding it comical.
I mean, it's just, it's wild.